what's up, you guys? Shartimus Prime here doing another Marvel Legends review on Marvel Legends Cyclops. This figure was released in the Sentinel Wave quite some time ago. I actually picked this guy up in New York at the Toys R Us in Manhattan, which I don't know why anybody would care. But anyway, this is a really cool figure, man. I'm a big fan of Cyclops, especially when I was a kid. He was my favorite character in the 90s cartoon. Even though this is not the model that they used for him, they gave him the Jim Lee costume. And I do have the X-MenClassics Jim Lee figure, but it's not my favorite Cyclops. This one right here is my favorite Cyclops. And, this costume right here was used mostly, I think is more recognizable in the Dark Phoenix saga, probably one of the more famous X-Men storylines. And, I just thought it's just really badass. I think they really nailed it. I remember I saw the pictures of this in Toy Fair before it came out, and I was like, oh, no fucking way, I gotta get this fucking thing, it's so sick. So, and I ended up getting him, as soon as I got the chance to. The color scheme on it is the part that really sticks out the most to me. I really like it a lot. He does lack some articulation, which I'll get into in a second, but the color on this thing is just amazing. I just really like what they did, giving him the gold visor. I think that was really, really cool. And he has this really cool, realistic quality to him. I just think it's awesome. I like the flesh tones. I don't like that they gave him a pink mouth. That's kind of weird. He's got pink mouth. But, I like the red inside the visor. That's cool. And, the blue that they used on him and with the black wash is just really, really slick. I think that's just awesome. You could actually see, paint strokes and everything in there. It's just really, really good detailing. They did the same thing with the yellow also. There's, this grayish brown kind of tone mixed in there with the yellow. I just think that looks fucking sweet. Very sharp looking figure, man. We even got detail in here with the sculpt with the stitching inside the boots. Look, you could on the thigh you could even see brush strokes like that. That is awesome. Very cool. So I really like what they did here. Very good detail. He has hole pegs at the bottom of his feet. And he comes with a clear base stand. This was released in the Sentinel Wave, like I said earlier. And so you could put a clear base stand right there in his back. Unfortunately, mine snapped off at the tip. So it's stuck inside and it rattles inside the torso. The torso of this thing is hollow. So that's why this guy's rattling. It's kind of funny. The articulation on this guy is a bit lacking. It's a bit frustrating for me because all the Cyclops figures I remember having when I was a kid, they had a light function in the back and they would not be very poseable. And same thing with the Jim Lee Cyclops one. He has a light function too, so that's why he has limited articulation. I'll review this figure at some point in the future. I'm not a big fan of this guy. He only looks cool if he's wearing the jacket, I think. But he has no light function, which I'm totally fine with, but he lacks articulation also, which sucks, man, because it's like, shit, if you took away the light function, then the head should finally be hella articulated, but it's not, dude, it's not, and that fucking drives me crazy. So this is how far up his head can move. It's just that. That's it. That's as far up as it can go. It can move down a lot like that. Moves side to side just fine. Okay, he's got ball joints right here in the shoulders. Alright. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. Twist right here, the forearm. Wrist moves up and down. He's got finger clamp right there. Okay, same position, pretty much the same positioning on the other side. He has no torso joint, which I also do miss, but it's forgivable for me because I really like the paintwork on it. Waist. He doesn't have ball joints necessarily on the legs, but it does move forward, okay, and it moves sideways, okay, and he's got a thigh twist, double jointed knees, and below this cuff it twists at the calf, and foot moves up and down, okay, he's got toe joints, and a little bit of a ankle pivot, just a little bit, not really, it's a pretty bad one, and yeah, so that's basically the figure right there. I'm eternally grateful for Red Hulk 80's hot glue gun tutorial because I made myself a fucking badass fucking laser to to come out of his eyes. I'm really stoked about this. I mean, it sounds douchey calling it badass because I made it, but you know, I wouldn't have been able to. I would have never thought of this on my own. So thanks again to Red Hulk 80. So you know, it's pretty easy. It fits right into his visor, and I just lean the other side onto something. So it's kind of neat. I like it a lot. I mean, it looks lame like this. Usually I have something, you know. You get the idea. You know, if you see my display videos, I put more effort into setting it up, but you get the idea, okay? And there is a variant to this figure, the X Factor Cyclops Shazam, which is a very cool looking figure too. Thanks to Century Production for hooking me up with this figure. Century Productions. I said Century Production. The pink on his mouth actually sticks out a lot more because the overall color scheme on the figure is a lot lighter. But you know, the face tones are the same. The visor is the same. But it's just, you know, he's got the lighter blue. You can tell it's a much lighter blue color, and he has the white. Really like how they did, you know, the gray detailing over here and on the boots too. Very nice stuff. Very, very cool. Good looking. Only complaint about this is that the way I remember the X Factor costume looking on Cyclops was these white stripes right here made a much thicker X going across and moved lower down. So, you know, I'm tempted to try to make a custom paint, do some custom paint work. I just noticed now too that like there's no like graying or anything on the white on the chest like the other parts. But oh well. It's not a big deal. I just wish that I mostly just wish this was thicker going across the body, you know. So, you know, Jim Lee Cyclops, really like it. I really like the costume and the design, but you know, he's really, really skinny looking. That's why I have to have the jacket on him. I'll do a review of him later, like I said. So, line all three up and close out the review. All right, thanks a lot for watching, you guys. I'll catch you later. Peace.